Welcome viewers to the Saturday, September 9th edition of 284 News. I'm Jacka Wooding bringing you our top stories from this week. Thank you so much for joining us. We begin with news that the government of the Virgin Islands is requesting an adjustment in the timeline for the implementation of the COI reforms through negotiations with the governor and the Overseas Territories Minister following notable issues with meeting the current deadlines. Premier Dr. The Honorable Natalia Wheatley made this disclosure on Tuesday, indicating that his government was, at the time, waiting for a response to a letter addressed to the aforementioned parties.
The vision for COI implementation is a more transparent and efficient, accountable government that conducts public business and projects in a manner that is legal and effective. Fairness, justice, and equity are key impacts of reform. The public should be aware of what government is doing on its behalf and should be able to obtain information in a straightforward way that has been documented and publicized. Another part of the vision is that the government follows its own rules and has removed any rules that are cumbersome or unnecessary.
According to Dr. Wheatley, there are two main reasons for a majority of the delays that have been associated with the implementation process, the nature of which made them both unavoidable.
By mid-2024, the government of the Virgin Islands should have reached a state in the reform process where the most easily accomplished reforms have been achieved, and we are entrenched in the process of mid to long-term reform, understanding that the real work of reform is a 2 to 5 year process, and real fruit takes time to be properly rooted in place, blossom, and ripen. It is disingenuous to pretend that the long-lasting reform can be completed in 2 years. Entrenched results require time, no matter how much effort and resources we try to assign to the reform work.
The Premier noted further that the foundational document for this process, the framework for the implementation of the recommendations of the Commission of Inquiry report and other reforms, was also a significant factor. He lamented that the process to create the framework was rushed to avoid possible constitutional disruption, giving wake to a rushed process on which very high expectations have been placed.
There's a balancing act to perform. Madam Speaker, with respect to the main difficulties in implementation, we have very limited time and very limited resources and expect to perform at a high level to achieve real change. In any project, these three variables must shift to accommodate each other, and COI implementation is no different. The resources required for reform are the same resources required for the day-to-day functioning of the public service. Public officers must daily choose which priority they focus on, since they cannot effectively do everything at the same time. It is either the public service declines in its functionality, or reform takes longer and costs more.
In other news, while there is currently no trade law or policy that necessitates that individuals hold degrees or certifications in order to be eligible to hold a business license in the Virgin Islands, members of the public continue to be denied at the application stage for not holding such qualifications. Minister for Financial Services, Labor and Trade, Deputy Premier Honorable Lorna Smith, told the House of Assembly on Tuesday that non-compliance with areas related to professional qualifications and certifications were among reasons why 181 people were denied trade licenses between January 1, 2020 and June 26, 2023. Smith was at the time responding to questions posed by member for the 8th District, the Honorable Marlon Penn, in what bordered on a heated debate between the two. While Smith noted that in the case of some industries, it is possible that other existing legislation could require the holding of special qualifications, she acknowledged the absence of trade law or policy which explicitly stipulated the necessity of such.
Madam Speaker, to my knowledge, there is currently no trade law or cabinet-approved policy that explicitly stipulates the necessity for degrees or certifications in the context of business licensing. However, I would like to point out that the practice of certain trades and professions is regulated by various other pieces of legislation. These laws might necessitate the holding of specific degrees or certifications to practice certain trades or professions, serving to ensure the competency and professional standard of individuals in these fields.
Smith went on to reveal that she has observed instances where the requirement for specific qualifications has been broadened beyond fields where it is applicable and enforced on other areas, a matter which she said she has every intention to address.
Professional certification, degrees, or training in specific subject areas is typically required by business owners or their intended employees in regulated professions or industries that require specialized knowledge and skills. These requirements ensure that individuals practicing these professions have attained a certain level of competence and expertise. During my now 3-month tenure as Minister for the subject matter, I have noticed that the prerequisite of having degrees and the certifications to start a business has sometimes broadened beyond regulated professions and industries. It is my goal, as soon as the ministry has the necessary resources, to institute and outline formal trade licensing policies and procedures grounded in best practice. These guidelines will serve to steer the department's future operations after comprehensive research and consultation are undertaken.
Viewers, with that, we take you to a quick word from our sponsors. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
When you're in need of air conditioning, installation, repairs, or replacement services, Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration has the professional technicians, equipment, parts, and ACs to get the job done right. Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration carries top brands like Daikin, Aircon, Mitsubishi, and more. We're open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located in Fish Bay. Telephone 340-4114 or 343-9511. Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration, providing exceptional services to the British Virgin Islands since 2015.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
That's out. That's 6. That's out.
With great service and fast claims response, we're like a home match that isn't played at your actual home. CG Insurance. Good like that.
My turn. Oh, come on, guys.
We've got it. We've got it. We've got it. Got it. Got it. At VI Motors, we've got it. All your vehicles, we've got it. All your auto parts, we've got it. Everything you need, we've got it. We've got oil. It's stock. We've got batteries. It's stock. We've got tires. It's stock. Even brakes. Yes, sir. VI Motors, pioneering the automotive industry in the Virgin Islands since 1966 with leading brands like Toyota, Chevy, and Honda. We even do custom orders. We have all the top brands in automotive parts as well, so you know you're getting quality. Come visit us at Duff's Bottom, Tortola. Go to our website at vimotors.com or just call us at 494-2496. Remember, VI Motors, we've got it. All your vehicles, we've got it. All your auto parts, we've got it. Everything you need, we've got it. We've got it.
Welcome back and thank you so much for staying with us. Patients of the hemodialysis program at the Dr. D. Orlando Smith Hospital who reside on the sister islands will continue to endure the inconvenience of mandatory travel to Tortola to receive this care for the foreseeable future. That is according to Minister for Health and Social Development, the Honorable Vincent Wheatley, who reported to the House of Assembly this week that not only does receiving treatment at the Dr. D. Orlando Smith Hospital offer patients the most holistic care possible, but also that the establishment of a satellite unit of this program on Virgin Gorda may put patients at risk. Responding to a question posed by Leader of the Opposition, the Honorable Ronnie Skelton, Minister Wheatley said what may appear as a simple solution presents a number of significant issues.
While on the surface a small satellite unit may appear to be a simple solution, cost, quality, scope of care, and long-term sustainability must also be factored into the equation. We must ensure that while removing the inconvenience of a boat trip, that we do not expose the patients to other risks and a reduced quality of care. Madam Speaker, we recognize the importance of this service to the residents of Virgin Gorda, and the BVI Health Service Authority will be tasked to review the matter. We will ensure that cost, safety, sustainability, and the level of service required for all peculiar patient demographic are all taken into account while we review the matter and determine the best course of action.
According to figures presented by the minister between 2017 and 2023, a total of 130 patients accessed dialysis services at the Dr. D. Orlando Smith Hospital. Of those patients, 18 resided in Virgin Gorda. As it currently stands, 49 patients are enrolled in the hemodialysis program, 10 of which reside in Virgin Gorda. The minister explained that previous reviews and studies conducted on the possibility of establishing a satellite program in Virgin Gorda raised concerns surrounding cost, long-term sustainability, and quality of care possible through the smaller unit.
The matter of offering a renal replacement therapy to Virgin Gorda residents has previously undergone a review and study. Pre-COVID-19 initiation, costs revealed a high setup cost with concerns for long-term sustainability and maintenance of quality of care in a small satellite unit.
He went on to laud the quality of care currently delivered at the Dr. D. Orlando Smith Hospital, adding that care at the site offers patients with a better range of opportunities.
Madam Speaker, the larger hospital environment allows sharing of overhead, and the proximity to the hospital improves access to other services for these complex patients. Madam Speaker, all dialysis patients live longer than the average 5 to 10 years commonly seen in North America, with survival rates up to 18 to 20 years being seen in the Virgin Islands patient population. Our dialysis patient population is therefore more mature in the disease course than what is seen in the average North American dialysis unit. As such, there is a greater need for specialist and subspecialist medical care and intervention, which the proximity to the hospital affords.
Wheatley said that in the interim, the Ministry for Health will continue to monitor and review the arrangements in place for the transport of renal patients and determine where improvements can be made. He also at this time relayed the ministry's concerns surrounding trends in diabetes and renal failure in Virgin Gorda.
Madam Speaker, while this may not be a comfort to those already on dialysis, my ministry is indeed very concerned about a large number of persons on Virgin Islands who have developed renal failure, principally from diabetes. We will be working very closely with both public and private healthcare providers to improve the quality of clinical care to diabetics, with particular focus on reducing complications such as renal disease, heart attacks, and strokes. We recently launched the CARFA Clinical Guidelines for Management of Diabetes in the Caribbean and strengthened the PAHO Hearts Technical Package for the management of chronic disease in primary care in the Virgin Islands. We also work closely with the UK government through the UK NHS quota system, where spaces are available for persons requiring renal transport. Persons with end-stage renal disease who are currently patients on dialysis or on the way to dialysis who have an identified donor can discuss with a nephrologist to make a referral to the Chief Medical Officer in the Ministry of Health to facilitate their referral for transplant through the UK Overseas Territory NHS quota system.
In other news, 44 teaching vacancies have been filled ahead of the 2023-2024 school year. Minister for Education, the Honorable Sherry De Castro, made the announcement in the House of Assembly on Tuesday as she updated the public on the work of her ministry in filling the vacancies. She was responding to questions from opposition legislator, the Honorable Stacey Mather, as she informed members of the House that only 15 vacancies remained.
A total of 59 educators were needed to ensure a full complement at the start of the new school year. Specifically, 24 educators were needed at the primary level, while 35 were required at the secondary level. The Ministry of Education prioritized teacher recruitment over the last few months, and as such, most of these positions have been filled. Madam Speaker, the Teaching Service Commission recommended the employment of 44 applicants. I am pleased to report that of the 44 applicants, 38 of these teachers are in place and preparing for the first day of school, while the remaining 6 applicants are expected to be in the territory by mid-September. This leaves 15 vacant teaching positions to be filled. Of these 15, 6 are at the primary level and 8 are on the secondary level.
De Castro said it was not an easy task to fill the vacancies, as the process was thorough and included a number of rejections from some of the candidates.
I would like to take this opportunity to express immense gratitude to the members of the Teaching Service Commission and the Human Resources Unit in the Ministry of Education for the countless hours dedicated to ensuring that our classrooms were adequately staffed for the start of the school year. Madam Speaker, this was a mammoth task. The selection of the right teachers for our classrooms involved a robust process which oftentimes included multiple rounds of interviews. The process was further complicated by the competitive climate surrounding the recruitment of teachers. Over the course of the last few months, the ministry received an unprecedented number of refusals after offers were extended. Most of the individuals who rejected the offer cited dissatisfaction with the remuneration package proposed as the basis for their refusal. I urge the honourable member, a fellow educator, and this entire House to support the Ministry of Education's quest to prioritize compensation for educators during the compensation review process.
The minister also attributed the success of the recently established Let's Teach VI Institute to filling more than half of the vacancies. She said under the program, the ministry successfully hired 10 teacher trainees and 17 teacher recruits.
I am pleased to report that the ministry has successfully hired 10 brilliant and ambitious teacher trainees who have joined the ranks of our primary educators. The teacher recruit program has attracted college graduates from various academic majors, occupations, and backgrounds into the teaching profession. Madam Speaker, I am pleased to report that the ministry has successfully hired 17 enthusiastic and motivated teacher recruits who are dedicated to developing their skills in the profession. Teacher recruits will be required to teach in schools for a minimum of 2 years. Both teacher trainees and recruits will be enrolled at the H. Lavisseau Community College's Institute of Education to become qualified teachers. Madam Speaker, the ministry is excited about the overwhelming success of this program because we see the long-term benefit of developing our local teaching pool and providing multiple pathways into the field of education.
And viewers, with that, we take you to a quick word from our sponsors. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of it then. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, Sonny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut front of people.
It's okay. I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top of power?
Got it. At VI Motors, we've got it. All your vehicles, we've got it. All your auto parts, we've got it. Everything you need, we've got it. We've got oil. It's stock. We've got batteries. It's stock. We've got tires. It's stock. Even brakes. Yes, sir. Yes! VI Motors, pioneering the automotive industry in the Virgin Islands since 1966 with leading brands like Toyota, Chevy, and Honda. We even do custom orders. We have all the top brands in automotive parts as well, so you know you're getting quality. Come visit us at Duff's Bottom, Tortola. Go to our website at vimotors.com or just call us at 494-2496. Remember, VI Motors, we've got it. All your vehicles, we've got it. All your auto parts, we've got it. Everything you need, we've got it. We've got it.
When you're in need of air conditioning, installation, repairs, or replacement services, Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration has the professional technicians, equipment, parts, and ACs to get the job done right. Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration carries top brands like Daikin, Aircon, Mitsubishi, and more. We're open Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located in Fish Bay. Telephone 340-4114 or 343-9511. Markinson Air Conditioning and Refrigeration, providing exceptional services to the British Virgin Islands since 2015.
Looks like Johnny's ex-girlfriend finally found my car.
You've got CG. You're fine. I'll never forget the year those monkeys stole my car. They drove it over a cliff, burned the seats, and carved the words pineapple banana smoothie into all the doors. And that was after they used it for the bank heist. I don't blame them. It's their favorite smoothie, and I refuse to share the recipe.
No deductible for theft, malicious damage, and more. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us. The Youth Empowerment Center of the Virgin Islands in Paraquita Bay, Tortola, has completed another Summer of Enlightenment through summer camps. Ron Grant has more.
Hello everyone, I'm Ron Grant coming to you live and direct from Fat Hawks Bay, Tortola. We are at the Youth Empowerment Center, where a number of students across the Virgin Islands have benefited from a free summer program. Of course, they have been interactive and covering a number of topics. We spent the day here just so you, the public, could get a first-hand experience at a YEP summer. Let's go.
My name is Ronald Jefferson. Right now I'm doing Nitrotype, and Nitrotype is a very fun game to help you with your typing. I like the summer program. I like playing flag, dragon bone, volleyball, football. I mostly like sports, and the summer camp is very fun. I would recommend YEP summer program.
My name is Chance Pickering, and I'm 10 years old.
And what I loved about the program is that we get to learn how to type, how to cook, the fun activities, and how to draw and paint.
My name is Miss Crab, Mackenzie Crab. I have been liking the program so far. There are some rules that we have to follow, but they are not too strict. One of my funnest activities is playing card games, and I love just connecting with everybody and making new friends.
My name is Renelle. I'm liking it so far. It's fun. Some of the rules are good. My favorite thing to do is make art and craft with Miss O and cook in the kitchen. And I like to play basketball sometimes, and dodgeball is fun.
Stacy Mather, I am the Executive Director of the Youth Empowerment Project, located presently in Fat Hogs Bay. Our program has been operating since the beginning of July. I think it was July the 4th or 5th we started, and we've been going consecutively weekdays up until now. We did take a break during the festival to allow the children and their families to enjoy festival. At present, we have over 90 children enrolled, which is customary. Of that 90, the majority of them are boys. We enroll children from 7.5 years old up to about 15, and this is our 18th consecutive summer of free programming for children in the territory. They go from 7.5 to 15, and we divide them based on their gender. Traditionally in the past, we would have somewhere between 7 or 8 instructors. At present, I think we have about 6. We do not have assistants this year. We decided not to do that. What we did do was take high schoolers, 2 high school students, and we promoted them to the position of instructor because they showed tremendous potential, and we wanted to give them an opportunity to work within the community, set an example for the younger children that are enrolled in YEP, and also give them a chance to, make some money for the summer. We have children primarily from the 7th and 8th district. Those are children who are enrolled in our after-school program, and then they get automatic enrollment in our out-of-school time programs or vacation programs. We do have children from across the island of Tortola. In the past, we've had children from Virgin Gorda, Just Van Dyke, and different places. It all depends. We even have children that return here during the summer, and we will give them an opportunity if they were once in the program or something like that. In terms of the free enrollment for YEP, YEP continues to offer free enrollment because we do understand that, childcare or providing summer programs is very costly for parents. And if you look around at a lot of the programs that are offered, they do have a cost that puts it out of the range for a lot of people. So with us, what we try to do is balance that by having, we spend a year raising funds with partners like Unite BVI and others to try to have funding to make sure that these programs, at least the programs we offer, remain free. Because of our free enrollment, we're also able to offer some programs that maybe persons might not get access to. And that's an interesting spin to it, because you would think if you're paying, you're going to get more, but that's not necessarily all the case. So for us, for example, we're doing coding and we're doing digital drawing and those things that are based on STEM. And we've been doing those things for over a decade, right? We're still doing swimming, we're doing art, which is something, as you know, in elementary schools in the BVI, art is not something that's a formal subject. So we do craft, we do painting, we've been doing a lot of team building exercises over the years, anger management, we do volleyball, softball, we even dabble sometimes in basketball and dodgeball. We've been doing horticulture, farm to table, where they're learning to germinate seeds, harvest. We've been doing culinary arts and those kind of things. So there is a lot of things that happen at YEP that is built into our programs, because we have over 40 programs, so we rotate them during the summer and during the year to make sure children have a better experience as to what we have to offer. We didn't do any community service activities this year. We did do field trips and things like that, but the experience continues to be what we like to term the YEP summer experience, which means when a child is finished with our program, their summer has been so filled with activities that they're eager to go back to school because they have a lot of things to talk about versus a child who maybe didn't have that opportunity to do it. So I am an advocate of free after-school programming and free summer program for children in the territory. And if it can't be free, then it should be subsidized. And I'm hoping as time goes by that we can finally see where more children are given the opportunity to attend programs versus being left at home. So to the parents and guardians who've trusted us over the years with their children, and even the ones who are new to us this summer, I want to say thank you. Thank you for trusting YEP, the board of directors, the supporters of YEP, the staff of YEP, with your children for the summer. I'm hoping that it was a fun experience for them. There was a mix of learning and a mix of entertainment for them. As they head back to school this year and they start the 2023-2024 school year, I encourage you to be watchful of your children, be invested in what they're doing, encourage them to go the extra mile, to believe in themselves, and above all, encourage them when they need that encouragement to push forward and do what they need to do. As a society and a community, I encourage everyone, when you see a child on the street, if you know them, ask them how they're doing in school. If you see them with an adult and you know the adult, talk with the adult and ask the child, how are you doing in school? And if that child is saying they're doing well, tell them you're proud of them, tell them you encourage them. In order for us to build a better BVI, it is built through our children, and our children need to know that we believe in them and we're invested in them, and that can only be done through our actions and our words.
In other news, the Department of Disaster Management has reported that the Antigua and Barbuda Meteorological Services has discontinued the tropical cyclone alert for the British Virgin Islands and the rest of the Leeward Islands as Hurricane Lee has exited the monitored area. However, monitoring of the system continues as it remains a powerful Category 5 storm with winds of 165 miles per hour, moving west-northwest at 14 miles per hour. Hurricane Lee has undergone rapid intensification, making it one of the strongest hurricanes to be recorded this season. The storm poses no immediate threat to land, but could generate large and dangerous sea swells that could reach the waters of the territory, as well as the U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, the Bahamas, Bermuda, and Hispaniola this weekend. Rainfall is expected to be minimal, with no more than 2 inches of rain possible from Lee between now and Tuesday. The Meteorological Services advises residents to continue to monitor Hurricane Lee until it is out of the area and to follow any warnings that may be issued accordingly. The storm is expected to move west-northwestward for the next few days, followed by a turn to the north and then northeast by early next week. The National Hurricane Center warns that Lee is an extremely dangerous hurricane and urges members of the public to monitor its progress and follow any advice from local authorities. And viewers, with that, we'll bring you the end of today's newscast. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Be sure to follow us for daily news updates at 284media.com. Like us on Facebook at 284media and 284BVI on Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter, and Threads. I'm Jaco Wooding, and I will see you again next week. So have yourself a safe and enjoyable weekend. Stay dry out there. Goodbye.